The Georgia Bureau of Investigation's Perry office is looking for a killer who brutally attacked a North Georgia transgender person in Wilcox County. It's been 16 years, and agents tell me this Middle Georgia cold case is hard to figure out because the victim lived on the fringes of society, and they need answers to solve the murder of this transgender traveler. Murders don't usually happen in quiet, sleepy Wilcox County.
We don't have them here much. Most times if we have one here, it's solved pretty quick, you know. And but that's the only one that we have that's not solved.
It's a frustrating feeling for Sheriff Mike Martin, who was a deputy in March 1999 when he got the call.
He got attacked on that dirt road, and he walked up to a house probably about a quarter of a mile from the crime scene, and made contact with the residents at the house, and they called 911.
That he Martin is referring to is Billy Joe Turner, who went by Tracy Thompson. The Dalton native regularly made trips with people to Crisp and Wilcox counties, or down to Florida. Thompson stumbled onto a resident's front porch, bloody and in need of medical attention.
We know he was attacked. We know he had at least 7 blows to the head. We believe it was by a baseball bat that was located at the scene.
But who would brutally attack someone and presumably leave them for dead? Thompson had a rap sheet, a history of arrests, more than 50 in both Georgia and Florida, but none for violent crimes.
He actually spoke to nurses at the hospital and a GBI investigator before the brain swelling began, and he subsequently died from those wounds.
Not before leaving clues for investigators, like the name of an ex-boyfriend who Thompson claimed used the bat. Agents found 3 matching names, all living in Georgia, all truck drivers, all with credible alibis. So, how did Billy Joe or Tracy end up in Middle Georgia? Did he catch a ride with somebody, possibly a trucker on I-75? Or did he know someone who lived in the area? That's where investigators at the GBI say they're stuck.
I would look at, he traveled with someone from North Georgia to here. Who was that person? And we've not discovered who that is yet.
GBI agent Lee Weathersby says they then got a lead on a person who made violent threats and had a history of prejudice against those in the LGBT community. Tracy was transgender and commonly dressed as a woman. Weathersby thought they had a lead.
Even to this day, when we go back and look at the case, we go back to the beginning. What was done then, what needs to be done now. We still have leads we're following up. But it's in any unsolved case, the longer they go unsolved, the harder it gets.
But agents couldn't link the possible suspect to the scene of the crime. Now they had to go back there with a broken bat and tire tracks. Investigators say there were little clues. Not to mention, Thompson was distant from any relatives or friends, making it harder to figure out who she associated with.
But no one was really close to him at the time this occurred. There was nobody who was traveling with him that week or anything that we have been able to locate.
A mystery.
No one should be attacked for whatever reason, and certainly not beat with a baseball bat.
Little answers to a big case that shook up this Middle Georgia rural county.
We'll take any kind of information or anything, and would appreciate any kind of information anybody could give.
Agent Weathersby says he reviews this case quarterly, trying to figure out different leads and come up with new ways to analyze the evidence. If you know what happened to Tracy Thompson, call the Wilcox County Sheriff's Office or the GBI's Perry office. That number is 987-4545.